This is 5 and 10 from Skywatch TV. 5 topics in about 10 minutes for August 20th. I'm Derek Gilbert. Topic number 5 today, pedophile priests in PA. A shocking grand jury report issued in the state of Pennsylvania last week found more than 300 Roman Catholic priests had abused children and then had those crimes covered up by church leaders over a period of 7 decades. This investigation, one of the broadest inquiries into church sex abuse in American history, identified more than 1,000 children who were victims, but the report says there were probably thousands more. This 18-month investigation covered 6 of the state's dioceses: Allentown, Erie, Greensburg, Harrisburg, Pittsburgh, and Scranton. This follows other state grand jury reports that revealed abuse and cover-ups in 2 other Catholic dioceses. This grand jury reviewed more than 2 million documents, according to State Attorney General Josh Shapiro, held a press conference to release this information last week, Tuesday. Among the horrific revelations in the grand jury report, priests allegedly used church property to produce child pornography. The grand jury report included this statement, and I quote, "Priests were raping little boys and girls, and the men of God who were responsible for them not only did nothing, they hid it all for decades." The Catholic Church here in the United States is committed to spending nearly $4 billion in settlements and court awards related to sexual abuse cases involving priests and other church officials over the last 65 years. This is according to a report issued in 2014. Most of those payments have come in recent years as these scandals have become more widely known. Some dioceses, however, have avoided paying these settlements by declaring bankruptcy. That leads us to topic number 4. This will be, sadly, kind of a theme in today's program. Topic number 4, the Pope says no more. Pope Francis, who is facing simultaneous clergy sexual abuse crises in several countries, not just here in the United States, issued an unprecedented letter Monday to Roman Catholics around the world, asking each of them to help uproot this culture of death, his words. In the letter addressed to the people of God, the Church addressed the 1.2 billion Roman Catholics around the world, promised that no effort would be spared to prevent abuse and its cover-up. Vatican officials said it was the first time a pope had written to all of the world's Catholics about sexual abuse. Will this put an end to it? Is Pope Francis sincere? Or will he be allowed to proceed by other elements with a vested interest in continuing this pattern of abuse inside the church? Remains to be seen. But it's not limited to just Roman Catholics. Topic number 3, a missing boy found in New Mexico. A child's remains located earlier this month at an extremist compound, is what law enforcement officials there are calling it, positively identified as Abdul Ghani Wahaj. He was the missing 3-year-old son of one of the arrested suspects found at the compound in Taos County, New Mexico. Cause or manner of his death still unclear, according to officials in New Mexico, which added that investigators had to use several means to identify the remains due to their condition. The boy went missing in December from his home in Jonesboro, Georgia. His mother there told officials that his father, Siraj Ibn Wahaj, took the boy to a park in Clayton County, Georgia, and then didn't return for several days. Took officials from December until July to locate the compound where the boy was ultimately found. Authorities discovered the body on August 6th, days after a raid there at the compound, which is located near the border with Colorado. Taos County Sheriff's deputies discovered 11 children, as we reported to you previously, abused, malnourished. They were taken into the custody of state child welfare workers there. 5 people, including the boy's father, arrested pending trial on abuse charges. During a court hearing last Monday, prosecutors said the children had been trained to use firearms, were taught tactical skills in order to kill teachers. In other words, training future school shooters. And it was announced Monday that the 3-year-old allegedly died amidst an exorcism ritual. It was apparently the boy's father, whom you see smiling during his court hearing, was convinced that the boy, whose mother said he was seriously ill, required medicine to prevent seizures, and who was unable to walk. The father apparently believed that the boy was actually suffering from demonic possession. Topic number 2, live birth abortions in Canada. According to new data, they are still taking place in our northern neighbor, And the numbers are, well, very, very high. According to the Canadian Institute of Health Information, there were 766 late-term live birth abortions in a 5-year period between 2013 and 2018. And those numbers are actually low because the figures exclude the province of Quebec. It's ironic that as we here in the West become more technologically advanced and consider ourselves more intellectually enlightened, spiritually enlightened, we return to practices of the pagans of 3,000 and 4,000 years ago. Want to make sure a new building stays standing? Sacrifice a child, bury him in the foundation wall. Want to make sure your new business venture goes well? Sacrifice a child, immolate him, and then bury him in an urn. That's what the pagans were doing in the days of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, down to the time of Jesus Christ. Here in modern day West, we've just sanitized the procedure. We do it in a sterile environment with anesthesia. Because children are not a blessing, as the Bible says, they are in fact a burden to us here in the West. They get in the way of us enjoying ourselves and having a good time. We've sacrificed them to the altar of convenience and entertainment. God save us. And topic number 1, calling Whispering Ponies Ranch. And this is why we do what we do. And it was interesting to see this story pop up over the weekend. Southwest Airlines has followed the lead of a number of other airlines in revamping its policies on emotional support animals, ESAs. We saw a number of these while we traveled in recent weeks to conferences in Texas and out east. People traveling on planes with dogs that presumably were there for emotional support. These weren't guide dogs for the blind. These were people who were traveling with their animals and claiming a need, an emotional need for the support animals. JetBlue, United, American, and Delta have all changed their policies. Southwest Airlines changed them recently as well to crack down on people who want to travel with support spiders, support peacocks, and support snakes. I mean, snakes on a plane. But Southwest Airlines still allowing therapy horses, miniature horses, as therapy animals. And we at Skywatch TV say, why not? The reason we do what we do here, the reason that we offer DVDs, books, magazine subscriptions to the monthly Skywatch TV magazine is to finance the work we do at Whispering Ponies Ranch, because horses actually make excellent therapy animals. Not only are they great for emotional support, they come to these children through our partners, Royal Family Kids, with no agenda. I mean, children who've been broken, who've been abused by adults who are supposed to protect them. And the only agenda these little horses have is scratch my nose. And that opens an emotional door in these children that then allows healing to begin through the counselors of Royal Family Kids. And what we do at Skywatch TV is to provide the funding so that Royal Family Kids doesn't pay us a dime to bring these children to the ranch. And actually, one of the things I've learned over the last few years of being associated around these horses and the people who train them is that miniature horses really do make good therapy animals. And good guide animals, too. They're a little sturdier than guide dogs. Now, I'm a dog person. I love my dog. But if I needed help with mobility, being able to put a harness on a horse that could then help me stand and guide me around, that's a useful thing. And these animals, these horses, are actually house-trained. So we say, salute Southwest Airlines, and think that they're doing some good work there. Well, plenty on our calendar yet to come for the rest of 2018 and on into 2019. The next, of course, big event is the True Legends Conference coming to Branson, September 14th through the 16th. This is Transhumanism in the Hybrid Age. Featured speakers, Steve Quayle, Tom Horn, Sharon K. Gilbert, Richard Dolan, Dr. Hugo de Garis, Timothy Alberino, David Knight from Infowars.com, talking about why the transhumanist movement poses a real and present danger to what it means to be human. Transhumanists, many of them mean well, but their solution to the problems we face as humans, physical, emotional issues, is to stop being human, change us into something else. There's a danger to that. You'll find out why through the Transhumanism and the Hybrid Age Conference coming to Branson. Now, this conference is sold out, but you can still subscribe to the live video feed. See it in HD in real time. And when you subscribe, you'll also get access to all of the presentations from last year's True Legends Conference. For more information and to register, log on to gen6.com. That's GENSIX.com. Then in October, we'll travel out east again, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, for the East Coast Prophecy Conference from our friends at Southwest Radio Ministries. Featured speakers include yours truly, Tom Horn, Joe Artis Horn, Stephen Strang, the author of God and Donald Trump, and of course our friends from Southwest Radio Ministries, Dr. Bob Glaze and Dr. Larry Spargimino. For more information and to register for this conference coming to the Wyndham Gettysburg, October 18th through the 20th in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, log on to swrc.com. That's swrc.com. And then 2019, if you didn't hear the big announcement last week, Pastor Carl Gallups and Messianic Rabbi Zev Porat will join us for the entire tour, the Wars of the Gods Tour of Israel in May of 2019, May 12th through the 23rd. And I have it on good authority, really good authority, because we all work for him, that Westfall and Justin Fall, and I'm talking about Tom Horn, that is, Westfall and Justin Fall, the Fall brothers, will be joining us on this tour as well, and we hope you'll join us too. This is a tour, this is like having a little miniature conference spread out over 10 days in Israel. We'll see Mount Hermon, we'll see Panias, the Grotto of Pan. We'll get baptized in the Jordan River. We'll see the Temple Mount. We'll go underneath Jerusalem and see the archaeology, the history of the city there. We'll see the valley where David killed Goliath, many other sites as well. For information and to reserve your place, log on to lipkintours.com. That's Lipkin, lipkintours.com. Please take our mobile app with you. It allows you to take Skywatch TV in your pocket, smartphone, or tablet. Whether it's iOS, Android, Windows Phone, or Amazon Kindle Fire tablet, we've got a free app for all of those platforms, and you'll find the links to the app stores at skywatchtv.com, where in the top menu bar you'll also find instructions for adding Skywatch TV's channel to your Roku or Apple TV. Please do that. That way we broadcast on your schedule. This week, the third part of our four-part series on the new books by Lieutenant Colonel Bob McGinnis, Pastor Carl Gallups, and me, Alliance of Evil, Gods of Ground Zero, and Last Clash of the Titans. And I'm reliably informed that we will have copies of that one in hand tomorrow when we visit the Jim Bakker Show. Carl, Bob, and I will be the guests recording for a future program for the Jim Bakker Show. That's tomorrow, August 21st, by the way. If you're in the Ozarks, the taping is free and open to the public. They're at Morningside Church in Blue Eye, Missouri. Hope we can see you there. But this week, you'll hear more about especially Carl's new book, Gods of Ground Zero. Why does he call Jerusalem Ground Zero? That's this week on Skywatch TV. Thank you for watching as we keep watch. I'm Derek Gilbert, and this is 5 in 10 from Skywatch TV.
From the Garden of Eden to our current day, dark Luciferian entities have worked to destroy mankind, while biblical prophecy points to a soon-coming war between earthly governments and a clash of colossal proportions. Dr. Thomas Horn says you cannot understand much of the Bible unless you read and grasp the revelations in the Gods of War Super Collection. For your $35 donation during this very limited time offer, you'll receive The Alliance of Evil, the groundbreaking new book by Pentagon analyst Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis, which unveils the prophetic new dual Cold War between the U.S., Russia, and China unfolding across the global spectrum now. The Gods of Ground Zero, that explains the supernatural forces operating behind current global events, and The Last Clash of the Titans, which analyzes the most overlooked prophecies in the Bible and explains how Jesus Christ himself will soon go to war against the gods of antiquity. But with this 3-volume critical collection, you'll also receive completely free of charge the brand new, never before released full-length DVD, War of the Gods Volume 1, Search for the Titans. Walk one-on-one with your personal guides Derek and Sharon Gilbert through a tour of the Holy Land, including Shiloh, Bethel, and Mount Hermon. You will see where the final battle between God and the rebel angels will take place, and you'll explore for yourself Sardinia's megalithic tombs of the giants, their connection to the ancient Canaanites, and the final battle. And that's not all. You'll also receive for a very limited time the best of the first annual Blessed Hope Prophecy Conference on DVD. This 2-disc DVD collection is jam-packed with over 11 hours of mind-boggling revelations from presenters like Dr. Thomas R. Horn on deep state saboteurs and the secret destiny of America. Sharon Gilbert on the return of the ancients through pharmakia, necromancy, and virtual reality. Lieutenant Colonel Robert McGinnis on the inside war against President Trump by elite secret societies. And unforgettable presentations from celebrated theologian Dr. Michael Lake, Derek P. Gilbert, Josh Peck, and more. But we're still not done. Skywatch TV's Off the Record series is back by popular demand with a brand new, never-before-aired DVD, The Gods of War Edition, featuring exclusive interviews with Detective Carl Gallups, Senior Pentagon Analyst Robert McGinnis, Derek and Sharon Gilbert on the coming hyper battle between the forces of God and the titans of biblical prophecy. This content is only available in this exclusive offer and will not be aired anywhere else. Included for a limited time with the Gods of War Super Collection. This unprecedented collection sold separately holds a retail value of $220. All 6 items yours now for your donation of only $35 plus shipping and handling. This, without a doubt, is the largest special offer of the summer and is available only while supplies last. So don't delay. The Gods of War Super Collection, available now at skywatchtvstore.com. Order online or call 1-844-750-4985.